All right. Hello, Girl Scout parents. I am doing a quick video training for all of you for the cookie sale coming up because we hadn't had an opportunity to actually talk about the cookie sale. And personally, I just had my training for the first time yesterday, Wednesday, January 8th, via webinar about the cookie sale. Prior to that, I had no knowledge of anything. I didn't know really what was going on. Traditionally, Girl Scouts does a really great job with training their community leaders, but for some reason this year that just really didn't happen. And if you came to the cookie rally, you got some information and you have a packet, but as you know, at the end of the rally, it got a little chaotic because you had to sign the permission slip, and you may not have gotten to even read the permission slip that you signed, but fret not, I actually made some copies for those of you who want to take a look over what you signed if you didn't get an opportunity to. Everybody should have their cookie packets by now. If you do not, please text me as soon as possible and I will get the information to you. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna try to make this brief. I do have an email that I'm sending with information as well and some links. And I also have this information that I'm about to talk to you. I printed it because I'm super thorough that way. I'm going to attach this to the email if you would like to read through yourself. Sorry, that's my son in the background, so bear with me. All right, so some key dates that you need to be aware of. Put it in your planner, your calendar, whatever you need to do that will take place over the next few weeks in regards to the sale. The sale begins tomorrow, Friday, January 10th. And your order forms are due back to me at our Girl Scout troop meeting on Thursday, January 30th. If you're not planning on making it to that meeting, please make arrangements with me to get me your order no later than January 31st, because I have to then enter everybody's order online for our entire troop. And so please do not delay in getting that information to me. The cookie delivery will take place during the week of February 19th through the 27th. There is no date available yet for us, but when I do know, I will let you know, because I'm going to need some help from parents to get all of the cookies to a place where we can sort through and give everybody their orders. And the cookie money is not due at the time of the order, just like any traditional fundraiser, typical fundraiser that you may have already done for your child. You take the order and the customer doesn't have to pay until you deliver the product. And so you'll begin collecting the money once you start to deliver the cookies to your customers, but all of the money is due back to me by Thursday, March 12th at our Girl Scout meeting. Again, if you're not going to be there, please make arrangements with me prior to. I need the money no later than Wednesday, March 11th, which is the day before the Girl Scout meeting. Reason being is because I have to then take all of the money, recount it, make sure it's all there, and deposit it in our Girl Scout bank account, because the Girl Scouts Council will then be doing an ACH draft and sweeping the money out of all of the Girl Scout troops' accounts for the cookie orders, and we don't want to end up not having the money when they go to pull the money out of our troop account. So again, it's really important that you get that money to me by Thursday, March 12th. So again, this is the order form, just like any traditional order form. If you've already looked through, great. If you haven't, please look at this form. It shows the full name, email, phone number, address, the number of packages or cookie boxes that they want, and then be sure to keep track of what the customer owes you, and then check off when they have paid, and make sure that you are writing down how much they've paid and how many packages that you have to give them when it's time to deliver. Trust me, staying organized at the beginning will help you later when it's time to make the delivery. I need your Girl Scout permission slips. There are several of you who haven't gotten them back to me because you weren't at the cookie rally, so no big deal. If you forget to bring them at the next meeting, no worries. I have copies of them for all of the girls who have not yet returned them. And then I also have just copies of the cookie program family guide that I made if you would like an extra, or if you want to give it to another parent, whatever the case may be, just let me know. I have extras. The permission slip is your agreement to be financially responsible for the cookie sale for your daughter. So for example, when you are selling the cookies, whatever order we place on the 31st, when I have to enter in our troops' full order, those cookies are our responsibility. So even if somebody does not pay as they promised, we are responsible for paying for those cookies. They are our cookies. There are ways to still sell cookies if somebody does not say, they might say, oh, you know what, sorry, I don't have the money, I can't pay you. We'll have 1 or 2 cookie booths where we can try to make that money back. But ultimately, at the end of the cookie sale, we have to pay for those. So that's just you agreeing that whatever cookies you sell during this initial order, you're going to be financially responsible for. So please make sure that you are trusting the people who you're having place orders. And if you run into any problems, the Girl Scouts have a lot of different measures set up and options that we have to rectify those situations. But just in general, also, whenever you start to collect the money when you deliver the cookies, that is also your responsibility. I'll go through some tips to help make sure that you don't get yourself into a situation where you have to pay out of pocket for some cookies. The order card also shows Girl Scouts, they call them recognitions, but they're really just prizes that the girls can earn based off of how many boxes of cookies they sell. Speaking of, you need to sit down with your daughter and create a cookie sale goal. Naomi's goal is 200 boxes of cookies. I know, it's ambitious, but Girl Scouts everywhere sell cookies like crazy. People love Girl Scout cookies, and there's actually a 5 for 5 program. I'll give you some of the slips, or you can print them out yourself. I have a link in the email. When you're selling cookies to customers, your daughter can say, if you buy 5 boxes of cookies from me, which is $25, they'll be given a slip to be entered into a drawing at the end of the cookie sale. And if their name is selected, they will win 5 cases of their favorite cookies, or all of the cookies, and there are 12 boxes of cookies per case. So it's a lot of cookies, and it's a nice incentive and a way for girls to sell more cookies. But when you do return your order form to me, I'll need to know what your daughter has selected for her recognitions or her prizes. So when I enter in the overall order, she'll get her prizes, and they'll be delivered with the cookies when those are delivered between the week of February 28th through February 19th through the 27th. And if you have any questions about that, just let me know. So anyway, moving on. Digital cookie. Everybody should have received an email back in December about setting up your daughter's digital cookie site. So far, Naomi, which is my daughter, Brooklyn, and Liberty have already completed their cookie site. So if any of those children do not belong to you, then you still need to set up your daughter's cookie site. I set this up before I even had any training. I got the email, I clicked the link. It was really simple and straightforward. Took me less than 10 minutes. So I'll need you to go into your inbox, and in the search box at the top of your page, just type in digital cookie, see if it pulls up, and if it does, click the link in the email, follow through, and you can set up the account. If you don't find it, I have a link in the email that you can click that will help you set it up manually. Also, if you are having trouble setting it up, because it was easy for me and others, but technology might not come simply to you, which is fine. I have a link that you can click in this email with a step-by-step guide with pictures that show you how to create this cookie site. The digital cookie site is really cool because your daughter can sell cookies to family members who are not local. And you can also sell online through your Facebook or social media accounts. And it gives the option for the customer to pay online. They can also have their cookies shipped if they want. Or the other option is for the girl to deliver the cookies, just like they would if they were to order on this paper order form. Once the customer places an online order, the parent email that is registered to the girl's account will receive an email to approve that purchase. You have to approve the purchase within 5 days, otherwise the order is canceled. And this information will be shared with you once you create your digital cookie site. Please look around and do some reading of your own so that you can be knowledgeable of this information as well. Most of this information I'm giving you, I just found on my own. So it's really, all the information is out there for you. Please keep in mind that the digital orders do not need to be added to this paper order. The digital order is connected to our overall Troop site. So when I go to enter in our paper orders on January 31st, anyone who purchased a cookie product through the digital cookie site on any of our girls' cookie sites will already be there. So you don't have to rewrite that. Please do not rewrite it, because then we will have more boxes of cookies than we actually have money for. Oh, and I don't know why, but for some reason, any order that is placed through the digital cookie site does not count towards your daughter's recognition prizes. I have no clue why, but that information I read through in this family guide, which please read. So just keep that in mind, but it will count towards her overall goal. We will be participating in at least 1 or 2 indoor booth sales. Kudos to those girls who stand outside in the cold at Walmart in the middle of winter selling Girl Scout cookies, but that will not be us. Our girls are too young, it's too cold, and nobody has time to be sitting out in the cold like that. But I will need volunteer help for the booth sales, maybe, depending on how many we do. We need at least 2 approved adult volunteers to be at every booth sale with the girls. And I have information on how you can become a volunteer in this email. When you start to collect the cookie money, please, please, please keep it secured in a sealed envelope. If you need one, I have them. And triple count all of the money before you give it to me. Or what I would see volunteers doing when I worked at the Girl Scouts or parents, they would take all of the money after they triple counted it for their daughter's cookie sale, and they wrote a check, gave it to the troop leader, and then they deposited the cash into their bank account to pay for that check when it comes out. So that way I don't have $1,000+ cash on me when I go to deposit the money. But if you have cash, it's totally fine. Just be sure that you're responsible with it. Don't have it with your personal money or somewhere, in your car that it can get confused with your personal money or to be stolen. Please, please, please. If your daughter is selling a lot of cookies, you're going to have a big amount of money, just like any fundraiser. And I will only take 1 cookie payment unless there is an exception to be made because somebody paid you at the last minute. Please don't come to the meetings in March or February handing me like a $20 bill and telling me that this is a part of your daughter's cookie money, because you don't want to hold on to it yourself. That's a lot of responsibility for me. So just hold on to it, and whenever it's time to give me the cookie money, have it all in 1 envelope ready to go. The cookie delivery is being, I told you already what the date is. They are delivered by the case. So there are 12 boxes of cookies per case of cookies. When the cookies are delivered, we'll need help counting them, sorting them, and loading up vehicles to take them to wherever we're going to be doing the rest of our sorting, if that makes sense. So what happens is Girl Scouts in Beaver County have their cookies delivered usually at the mall with these huge semi-trucks, and they call it the cookie count and go. And Girl Scout troop leaders will come with a van or a U-Haul or a bunch of cars, and they give the people their troops orders, which are on here, and a bunch of hired men will start loading up vehicles with cases of cookies, and that is how the cookies are given to the troop leaders or the cookie managers. From there, they will go to wherever, probably at either our local fire station or the church that we have our Girl Scout meetings at, and then our parents will break down the cases, and based off of every girl order, we will separate them out by girl using these again, and then it'll be your responsibility as the parent to then take your girls' cases of cookies into your car and take them home and deliver them to your customers. So that's the gist of how it works. It sounds like a lot, but I did this for a living for 5 years. There is rhyme and reason to it, and it's pretty simple. But we will need help, again, from parents to help load the vehicles, count out or check the orders. Some of our family member or our Girl Scouts do not have vehicles, so we might need help getting their cookies delivered to their home. If you're willing to lend us your vehicle, if you have a truck or whatever. And Girl Scouts have been doing this for a really long time, so I have this nifty little guide that actually shows how many cases of cookies will fit in your car depending on what your car is. So that will help in terms of getting all of our cookies delivered in a timely manner. So we'll choose a date for when this is all happening. I'll give you the time. If you're available, please come, please help. And lastly, this sale is your daughter's cookie sale. So please allow them to help you set up the site or sell the cookies. Make them wear their uniform. Make them call grandma or grandpa or auntie or uncle and ask them to buy the cookies. This product sale actually teaches girls about financial literacy, goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. And so you can help them create their sales pitch. Naomi, come here real quick. I'm going to show you how you can do this at home. You can practice with your daughter before she asks people to buy the cookies by doing this. All right, ready? Mm-hmm. Say, hi, my name is Naomi.
Hi, my name is Naomi.
And I'm a Girl Scout.
And I'm a Girl Scout.
With Troop 52909.
With
52909.
52909.
We are selling Girl Scout cookies.
We are selling Girl Scout cookies.
To do a fun activity in the summer.
To do the fun activity this summer.
Would you like to buy a box of cookies?
Would you like to buy a box of cookies?
They are $5 each.
They are $5 each.
And I can tell you the flavors.
And I can tell you the flavors.
And then she can show the flavors. So yes, it's...
Can I say that to my friends?
No. Thank you for your help. We're almost done. That's why I'm doing this video. So you can start and stop whenever you want. We don't have to do this at our meeting next week. Practice with her so that right now it's really brand new, but over time the girls will start to understand how this sale can help them and help support their Girl Scout troop. All of the money comes back to our local council, and each girl earns, I don't have it in front of me, but you should have it in your family packet. The girls get about 85 cents per box of cookies that they sell. And with it all adding up, sometimes we get about $300 or $400, maybe $500 for the troop. So next week at our Girl Scout meeting, we are going to, in addition to earning a badge, we're going to be doing a little bit more discussions and games and a scavenger hunt about the cookie sale. I'll have some fake money to show the girls how to count out money just for fun, help them to learn what the cookie flavors are. And then we're going to talk about some of the different activities that they're going to vote on later and how we're going to use the cookie proceeds. So how this works is the girls will sell the cookies with you, and once we get the money back, we'll tell the girls, this is how much money you earned, and this is what you can do with the money that you earned. And this summer, or in May, or whenever, we will take the girls on a special trip to show them that when you work hard and you have your own business, this is the outcome. And so that's why it's really important to help your daughter participate in the sale and to take the sale seriously. Just a few tips when you're selling online, social media posts. For safety reasons, neither parents nor girls may sell cookies via Facebook Marketplace, Facebook buy, sell, trade groups or pages, neighborhood pages, or sites such as Craigslist or OfferUp, anything like that. And just a side note, if you add a $sign to any Facebook post, it will be auto-fed to the Facebook Marketplace. And Girl Scouts of Western Pennsylvania and GSUSA will be monitoring, and I will be reached out to if any of our Girl Scouts do participate in any of the forbidden sale tactics. So please don't do that. A example social media post could be, my daughter is selling Girl Scout cookies this year to help pay for camp. If you are interested in supporting Susie, please leave a comment with the best time to reach you, and Susie will contact you. Please don't say something like this: my daughter is selling Girl Scout cookies. Leave a comment with your order. You want to make sure that it's an appropriate business sale. That is the point of the sale for your daughter. And if she's not going to participate in every single sale, you want to make sure, because again, what we order is our responsibility, that you are talking to the customer, knowing exactly what they want to order, how many they want to order, and you're sharing with them when they're going to be delivered, how they're going to be delivered, however you plan on setting that up. Okay, so last but not least, what we're going to do with the money, or some suggestions I'm going to do as a part of the scavenger hunt for next week. Please don't share this with your daughter unless she's watching it. If she's watching it, you need to walk away and plug your ears, because I don't want to give away any secrets. But I've looked into Laurel Highlands cave tours. So we would work out how we're going to do the transportation. But I've contacted them, and they have a Girl Scout badge that can be earned, and it's a family-friendly activity. We'll do a tour of the cave, which is really neat. I think that the girls will get to wear the helmet with the little flashlight. And then they have like a miniature golf inside of the cave. We can do a picnic lunch there. Everything is indoor, so we can do this anytime after April. And they'll get a patch whenever they're done. We can do horseback rides. Well, it'll be pony rides. This is a different event. Another activity that I thought might be fun is the Pittsburgh Zoo. We can do Artsy Doodle, which is over in Beaver, or we can tour our own city, like do the Gateway Clipper or Just Ducky tours. Please give me some suggestions. Girl Scouts is about creating new experiences for the girls, and so something that we want them to decide, but we can give them suggestions to vote on once we know how much things are going to cost and what we actually can reasonably do with our troop. And so in the scavenger hunt, I'll have some fun little pictures and start to get them to think about what they want to do with the money that they've earned, because customers will ask, what are you going to do with your Girl Scout money? And sometimes girls are like, I don't know. We don't want our girls to say, I don't know. We want them to at least say that we're going to do something with the Girl Scout money. And outside of the activity that we're going to try to set up with the funds, we also will have money set aside for badges and patches. And in the future, depending on how much money we have, we can even help offset some of the costs for families who can't afford to pay for their membership, or for girls who need help buying their uniform, for families who can't afford to pay the troop dues, things like that. And so over time, again, I worked with the Girl Scouts. I helped troop leaders manage their finances, and some troops would have $2,000 in their troop bank account because they've sold cookies and product sales for 4 or 5 years. And that money will continue to grow. I've seen Girl Scout troops that are in seniors in high school take trips to different parts of the country, or international trips even. So this is a foundation to how that gets started. So thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope that you found this helpful. Any questions that you have, please feel free to share with me. via text, or you can send me the questions in an email. And I'll be sending some information home and periodically touching base with everybody throughout the cookie sale. But we will see you next week at the Girl Scout meeting. And don't forget, if your daughter comes home with this, please have her send it back. And whatever is inside, please fill out and give it back to me. And I think that's all. So I'll see you all next week.